Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the quick chat. This is your host, Mr. Lang. How are you? Look at that. I'm 4 for 4. What you think about that? I wanted to talk about finances a little bit, dude. Finances, yeah. So, hold up my little folder here. Oh, yeah. We're going to get into it real quick. So, I don't know if you guys are part of the Wash Life Facebook group, but I shared a podcast. It was on the Self-Made Man, and it was Mike Michalowicz, his Profit First book. Dude, when I started this, I used to hear about that book, and I was like, Profit First, what's that all about? Who cares? I'm getting money, doesn't matter. If you just do this off the jump, you'll have a really, really nice understanding. But regardless, wherever you're at in your business, I really think this is super important. We talked about it a little bit before, but basically you would have 5 bank accounts, right? Well, 6, 5. So you would have your inbound money. This is where the money comes in. So maybe you're fresh starting off and all you can get set up is a DBA account because you don't have like a LLC or C Corp or S Corp or whatever the hell. So you're just a sole proprietor and you just do a DBA account. But you need an inbound account. So when people write you checks to your company, money goes in. Then you would get let's do it in order. Profit. You want a profit account. So then you have your money, so profit first, right? So you have your inbound account, profit account, owner compensation account is number 3, tax account, and then operating expense account. So after everything's divvied up, so say you get $1,000 in, after everything's divvied up, there might only be $650 in operating expense left for your business. So what this is forcing you to do is take your profit and cover all your bases because, for example, you might put 15% in tax, 10% profit, 10% owner compensation, and the rest is 65% for owner operating expense. This is forcing you to cover your bases. When tax time comes, you're not freaking out, pulling your hair out, getting late fees for not being able to pay your taxes, what have you. Your profit's there. But it's real. And this also forces you to you can take a real strong look at your company. So if you end up running out of money to pay bills and you're like, oh man, I don't have any money. I need to borrow money from my profit account. You're ruining the whole system. And that kind of shows you that there's something wrong in your business. You either have too many bills, you're not making enough money, et cetera, et cetera. So I have 6 accounts because I have all this plus my personal bank account. So it could be 6. But yeah, so I mean, you got, let me take a look at the chat. I don't know why everyone thinks I smoke pot. I really don't. Yeah, that's good, Mr. Skyline. Because here's a great analogy, right? So say you got a plate of cookies. You got like 20 cookies. You're going to eat a ton of cookies. You're going to eat a bunch of cookies because it's there. It's there. It's right in front of you. You got it. You can eat as many cookies as you want. Why not? You have a whole bunch left. As opposed to if you have 1 cookie on a plate, you're going to only be able to eat 1 cookie, right? You get where I'm going with that? So all I know is I did not do this with my business when I first started out. I didn't even do it last year. Okay. I just started. I just got this all set up, and I'm ready to do things right financially. It's going to help me grow. Awesome. Because there's been some hairy situations where I've been like really cutting it close financially, whether it's taxes or whatever, just expenses. I'm spending too much on equipment, whatever, and it's just not. It's not it's not the right way to go about things, man. It's not what it's. You're not supposed to be struggling. You're supposed to be financially free. So all I know is if I was doing this from the jump, it would have really helped out. So about the list for calling businesses and stuff, or realtors that we did yesterday. All right, hold on. I'm going to get my head straight. All right, so 30% in the tax. See, I feel like that's a lot. But, oh, I see what you're saying. So, I don't know. I know a lot of really new guys watch my channel. I know some guys that aren't new watch my channel too, but there's a lot of new guys just getting into this and wanting to get into this and watch my channel. I really can't stress this enough. You can do this. The way you would do this is you'd go to your bank, you'd get your DBA bank account set up, and then you do the other 4 accounts: profit, owner compensation, tax, and operating expense. And then I would create my own personal account too for my personal income. Try to pay yourself something, pay yourself so it looks like you're employed for your company. If that makes sense. Because you got to think about it like, what are you going to do when you go to get a place or you go to get a house or something? You gotta be paying yourself too a check so it looks like you're employed. I guess you could probably show like a profit loss statement, but I don't know if that would work. But you'll want to set that stuff up. Seriously, it's just the way to go. Not all businesses do it, but it's a huge help. But it's really important not to start like borrowing from these categories. So you kind of have to do this every time you cash in your checks from working. Split it up into these categories, and don't borrow from the other ones, or else it'll just really mess everything up. Have them pay in cash. Yeah, I suppose. I was going to start saying something, and then I got sidetracked. What the hell was I going to say? So, has anybody checked out Reference USA? Well, there's not enough people on here to really ask that question. So, the Reference USA thing, I've been making calls and stuff, and I kind of got this idea when I meet up, because I'm going to be meeting up with a few people to grab business cards and just kind of introduce myself. I'm going to be, especially the realtors, I'm going to be giving them some gift cards, some little $25 gift cards. I think that'll just be huge. That'll be nice. You can offer them some gift cards. What else did I do today? Oh, fuck. Oh, that was a really good yawn. I went to the gym today. That was great. I haven't worked out in a long time. Recommendation of someone. So if you want to go cheap, you could just go to like Custom Ink. That's where I used to get my stuff. Make sure you get polyester. But I'm done going cheap. I'm using Fin Print. My shirts should be finished up. I should check my email. I'll do it after this. But Fin Print's really nice. Let's pull up this podcast.
Analogy I use with, and I then explain that this is your biggest.
Listen to a clip here.
Realizing what your existing behavior, and ever since the invention of modern accounting about 300 years ago, more people are successful going from a cigarette to an electronic cigarette. Remember that analogy I use with cookies. The bigger the plate, the more personal accounts for every business. The first account acts as a serving tray. It's the inbound or depository only account. It's we call it income. And when money comes in, it simply sits here waiting to be carved up. Kind of like the analogy I like to use is a turkey for Thanksgiving. When you serve the turkey, you never tell the guests when you pull it out of the oven, hey, everyone, grab a knife and fork. Everyone for themselves, fight for it. Of course not. You carve the turkey. You give some to everyone, so everyone has a portion.
You're divvying it up.
We do the same thing. This income account is our cash turkey, if you will, for our business. It's simply for display purposes and waiting to be carved up. Then we carve it up as follows. The next 4 accounts. One's called profit. Profit, just to be clear on this, is a reward to the shareholders for taking the risk of starting or investing in this business. So if you are a shareholder of the business, you will share in the profit. This is something every large corporation does, or most of them do. Every publicly traded company will do quarterly profit distributions.
Can you even hear that?
To shareholders. You're not expected to, if you own Ford stock like I do, you're not expected to show up at the factory and say, okay, I'm ready to work. No, I took a risk by investing in them, and to keep me engaged, they are rewarding me every quarter with a distribution. That's what this is. By starting a business, you are a shareholder in a company. It happens to be your own company. You started it or invested in it significantly. And the nice thing is because you own a
all right, you get the idea. Sometimes I'm in a talkative mood, and I'm just not in the mood today. Shut up. Have I read The Art of the Deal? Nope. Who writes it? So, let's see what's on the agenda. All right, so new company shirts are coming in. Chem in bulk. I finally got a chem supplier. I'm getting it for $1.89 a gallon. So for a $2.75, that's $569.75 delivered plus tax. I don't know what they're going to tax me. Marketing campaign in the magazine is going to be about $600. $600. Probably every couple months, I'll put that ad in there because they only issue it. They issue it for 2 months at a time. Some more paper marketing material, probably $250, $300. I'll spend on that. Get the vehicles all serviced. I was going to build the van, but I'm thinking about just going with the trailer again because I'm running out of time and I don't know if I feel like tackling and figuring out how to build a van the way I want to build it. Honestly, I think if I'm going to build, because I was thinking about putting the 275-gallon tote in the van, but I think I'm going to go with the, when I do it, I'm going to get some slimline type tanks and go about it that way. New filter for the water-fed pole, restock on supplies and chems, about $500 to $1,000. That's about it. So that's exciting. Something like that. Yeah, it's a 275-gallon tote. So the big tote that was on my trailer in my older videos. Donald Trump, it's his famous book. Has anybody bought the feather flags? I've pretty much seen everything else except the feather flags from the Wash Life site. Curious how those turned out. But these gift cards, man, are really cool. So I'm going to hand them out to realtors. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. These ones right here. You can literally transfer the funds online. You should really be kind of messing with, you know, you want to keep track of stuff and like see what you're doing. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's not for everyone, but it's literally click, click, boom, and you transferring money. So, you know, every day when you are cashing in your checks, or every week, you know, every Friday you cash in all your monies, you just 10%, boom, 15%, boom. You really shouldn't even have to elevate them if you have a belt drive. Yeah, so I'm going to do another video with Matthew, the guy you were talking about in the other video. I'm probably going to do another video with him. I don't know if we're going to do a live or not, but he's going to be coming out here Saturday. He has to come out. He lives kind of far, from a few hours from me. It's either 2 hours or 4 hours. I think it's 2 hours. Because I drove to him last time, buying or selling equipment. And that's how I met him, selling equipment. I sold him a water-fed pole, or the cart. And I sold him the cart because I wasn't doing the profit first regimen, and I ran out of money and I had to pay rent. So I had to sell my water-fed pole, and it sucked. It was a very humbling moment of my life. But what didn't suck about it is I got to meet an awesome guy. Matthew's a really, really good guy. So anyway, me and him are we'll do a video. Not even sure on the topic. Probably he really understands that Profit First book a little better than I do, at least. And we might talk go a little more in depth about it or something. We'll do something though. Vinyl. I never use vinyl. Renew, restoration, product, clean oxidation of vinyl siding. Not me. Yeet. But I have 12 years in business banking experience. JC, we're just talking about the book by Michael Michalowicz called Profit First. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but basically the analogy, would it be analogy or metaphor? It would be analogy, is when you have a large plate of cookies, you tend to just take from it because you know you have more in there. But if you had one cookie in front of you, you're only going to eat one cookie. So the Profit First book it recommends getting 5 bank accounts for your business. One is an inbound bank account, and then the other 4 would be profit, owner compensation, tax, and operating expense. And you break it up into percentages, and you throw your money into these accounts. And then, of course, the operating expense account probably gets broken down even further, on the back end, like at your, you break up your operating expenses into a certain expense goes towards this, a certain percentage goes towards this, but it kind of breaks things up. So at least for your profit and tax, your profit, owner compensation, and tax, those brackets, your money is there right off the bat. You're not just holding on to this big pool of money and then hoping you have enough after everything's said and done at the end of the year. It's really an awesome book. It's us. The whole process is amazing. I suck at explaining it, but I get it. So I understand it enough to implicate it. I just might not make a believer out of you guys, but oh well. Is in the 220 gallon. We'll be trying it this spring, just the cost of the wait, what? What are you guys paying $375 for to cover 1,700 square foot? Never in my life would I do something. Yeah, if you're doing oxidation, there's something else. There's something else to do that with. I don't know what you guys are even talking about. I just know I'm not spending that kind of money. John, I got 4K budgeted for the build. Sweet. We're going to be good. I just, I know you're at work. This is my free time, but honestly, I'm running late already. I got to be there at 4. So I probably got to get off of here now. 4:15, they can, whatever. I can be late, but I got to pick my kids up from daycare. And then after that, it's fam time. It's dinner, playtime, bath time, bedtime. Except my oldest daughter has just not been going to bed lately. Took us till 11 o'clock to get her to bed last night. It's awful. Us. It's just me. No us. Finprint seems to be very popular. Finprint's really cool. It's really cool. There's a couple other companies, but Finprint caught my attention. 8 years at software, pressure wash. Want to know, what point did you start your own business and gave up working for others? I started this. This is going to be my 3rd season. It's going to be my 3rd season. And not this winter, but the winter before, I worked as a garbage truck driver. And it was only a job that I held on to for 4 months August, September, October, November, December, March, 5 months. I held on to it for 5 months. And then once March hit, phone was blowing up. I was like, dude. And I just went full time with Wally's, the house washing and stuff, window cleaning. And I should have done a lot better, but I was just way unorganized and just got slammed with work. And this year's going to be different. But yeah, I haven't worked for anybody else. Well, I did. I was doing some salting this winter. I helped a guy with salting like 2 times, but that's about it. Well, it's probably more than 2 times, but don't go leave your day job just because I did. I'm kind of crazy. There was a lot of stressful times. True. The compromising and stuff. Yeah. But that's another thing that I forgot to mention with these other accounts. Like, I didn't even ask. I don't want checks. I don't want cards. I don't want anything in the mail. These are just simply transactional accounts, or transfer accounts. So all I'll be doing is logging into my online account and transferring the money into these other 4 accounts. And then I'm going to cut myself a paycheck. I'm not going to do this whole not paying myself and just taking money when I need it. Like, it can get very messy, very quick too. Don't think just because you're just starting, it'll be fine and you'll just collect some money and it'll be awesome. Like, get this stuff organized right off the bat, and you're gonna grow way faster if you do this. I would have grown faster if I did this. I guarantee it. I'd be a lot better off. First-time business owners are at the very least have 2 accounts and 1 business credit card. Run payroll and merchant out of one and deposits into the other. Have the credit to run your expense if possible. Wait, first-time business owners at the very least have 2 accounts and 1 business credit card. So a credit card for their business. Run payroll and merchant out of one and deposits into the other. Let me make sure this is telemarketer or not. Wally Services, this is John. Hello? Hello? Green JC, my CP is just breaking down into 4 accounts. See, your CPA even suggesting it, but 5 accounts seems like the sweet spot for me, at least. Well, I guess it's really 4 accounts. The 1 is a given because you have to have an inbound account to even get paid or cash in your check. So yeah, I guess it really is 4 accounts. But I have 6. So I have my inbound, profit, owner, compensation, tax, operating expense, and personal. And then don't get profit and owner compensation confused with your pay, right? So profit is just the business needs profit to survive, and owner compensation is kind of like owner benefit, owner risk. Like, you're taking all the risk, you should get, a little kickback for that. But let it save up, let that bundle up, and then the only time you can spend it is on things that, on your owner compensation at least, is on something that's not related to your business. The book kind of goes a little more in depth and he suggests some weird stuff like having your tax holdings and profit in some other bank account that's very hard to access, like 3 or 4 hours away from you. So then you have to do the drive of shame to go get money if you ever need it. And I don't know if I agree with that. There's no way in hell I'm driving 3 or 4 hours to go get my own money. I'll just put it in a savings account so I can't really access it as easily. But unless I misunderstood him on that part, it didn't sound right. Take away the headaches. Okay, yeah. See you. Enjoy the family time. Yeah, I gotta go. I don't know what I'm doing on here still. More info on the gift cards. I left a link, didn't I? Here, I'll post it again. Boom. So it'd be a cool little thing to kind of hand out. A neighbor walks up and is like, "Hey, you guys do house washing. You think I get an estimate, or you think I get a business card?" Give her a business card and a gift card. You're like, "Hey, and here's this. Don't mention it." Wow, cool. Those gift cards have so much potential. They're really cool, and I'm gonna be using them for stuff like that. I come across a group of people and my business pops up. Boom, boom, boom. You can get 1,000 of them for $200. It's gonna pay for itself real quick. I hear a lot of people say, "Don't be the $100 man. I'm starting off pressure wash business. How much should I charge when starting my business, even with 8 years experience?" Wait, what? You have 8 years experience and you're asking me how much to charge? I'm confused. I got you, Joe. I got you. I got to get out of here.